Excel's conditional formatting capability allows us to apply formatting features to cells, and if those cells change, possibly the formats will change as well. Let's imagine that in this worksheet, we want the performance rating of 5 to stand out more prominently. We're going to click column H. Now, not always will you click the column letter, but many times, particularly in large lists, it's going to be more efficient to select the entire column. Conditional formatting is found on the Home tab, and the description reads, easily spot trends and patterns in your data using bars, colors, and icons to visually highlight important values. As we click conditional formatting, the first choice, highlight cell rules, greater than, less than, how about equal to? And immediately something is occurring. We might not necessarily want that particular choice, but it says format cells that are equal to 3. Well, we want this to be 5. And already in the background, we see what's happening. If we prefer that particular style, we'll simply click OK and it's done. There's some other choices here. We don't have live preview, but we could certainly explore these. Green fill with dark green text would look that way. And there's certainly some other choices. If none of these really appeals to us, we might go to custom format and then pick any combination of font, border, and fill formats that we might want to use. Click OK here, and we've got the choice. And it is dynamic. If this 5 becomes a 4, as soon as we press Enter, the formatting disappears. We make this 4 be a 5, the formatting appears. So therefore, it is dynamic. Now, there are other features as well, too. Let's focus on salaries for the moment. Conditional formatting, highlight cell rules. We see some choices here. Now, we wouldn't have duplicate values here. We certainly might want to consider showing all the salaries above a certain level, below a certain level, between a certain range of values here that we might want to highlight. But there are also top-bottom rules. If you choose top 10 items, we can, and if you are familiar with Excel's filtering capability, you'll recognize that this 10 certainly could be any number we want. If we want to show the top 100 salaries, we could do that. And if we have only 100, I think we've chosen them all here, but let's say the top 25, something like that. You can see immediately what's happening in the background. So that certainly is an option too. And similarly, going back to conditional formatting, under top-bottom rules, top 10%, we might want to highlight just the top 10%. And that too could be a different percent. We can simply choose that too. And recognize also there, we do see bottom 10 items and bottom 10%. Or highlight all the cells above average. Again, going with the flow, choosing the actual format that they've given us, fine. We see that too. And here, of course, when the salaries change, certain cells might change depending upon how that average moves. So quite a few choices here under conditional formatting, under highlight cell rules, and top-bottom rules.